The Coast Guard here in Boston confirmed that despite this extensive search effort that is underway, there has still been no sign of this missing submersible vehicle vessel that has 5 people on board. Now, authorities believe that when it started its dive towards the wreck of the Titanic 2 days ago, that it had about 96 hours of breathable oxygen. They now fear that it would be less than 40 hours. So this is a really urgent operation, an international effort that is being coordinated from Boston. There have been American and Canadian aircraft flying over the search area. They are conducting aerial searches in the hope that the sub may have made its way to the surface. But some of those planes have also dropped sonar buoys. They are aimed at really picking up any noise that might be coming from the missing sub. There is also a vessel now in that region that has deployed what is known as a remotely operated vehicle. That is an instrument that has a camera and can be sent down into the very deep waters of that part of the ocean. And France has said that it is sending a vessel to the region that has a deep sea robot on board. So a lot of effort being put into this, but really rescue authorities are working against the clock here, and they're up against really challenging conditions. This is a very remote part of the ocean. They are dealing with incredible depths. You cannot get to that wreck of the Titanic without very specialised equipment. And so a big question here at this stage is how authorities will manage it, what they will do if and when this sub is found. The Coast Guard really wouldn't elaborate on what those next steps might be.
Yeah, so right now all of our efforts are focused on finding the sub. What I will tell you is we have a group of our nation's best experts in the Unified Command, and if we get to that point, those experts will be looking at what the next course of action is.
It's a difficult question, Jade. It's bleak to say, but people are asking, we're all asking, what are the realistic chances that these passengers can survive?
Well, I don't think anyone can really say with any certainty at this point, but there are grave fears for those people that are on board this missing sub, and it must be an excruciating wait for the loved ones of those people. Their identities still haven't been officially confirmed, but it is being widely reported now that they include the CEO of the company behind this sub, also a father and son, 2 members of a very prominent family from Pakistan. Also believed to be on board was a British billionaire and a French explorer and Titanic expert. Now, we've spoken to David Marquet. He is a former a retired submarine captain. He says that if those people are alive, then they would be doing whatever they could to try to extend the amount of time they have while they wait for help.
These are seasoned people. Even the, quote, tourists are not naive people. They know what they're getting into. They are probably practicing being very calm, relaxed, taking naps, extending the time as long as possible. So even though it's designed for 96 hours, it's not a hard cutoff. They may be able to survive longer than that, maybe another 24, maybe another 48 hours. After that, the chances of catching them alive it really drops off.
So, Isk, we don't know at this stage when we might get further information from the Coast Guard here, which, as I said, is coordinating this international search. They said that they will provide more information as it comes.
For more, Eric Fuzel is a submarine expert and director of the Shipbuilding Hub at the University of Adelaide. He joins us now from Adelaide. Good morning to you. I can't imagine the complexity facing rescuers right now.
Absolutely. I mean, the clock is ticking. We don't have much time left to find the Titan and to help her wherever she might be. Fortunately, there is a French ship with a remotely operated vehicle that is underway, and hopefully she will get there on time to find the Titan and help her.
How does that work, though? Because they're using sonar blips. It's not as if you can see anything down there. How does it work?
So basically, our hope is that the Titan is easily found, meaning that the Titan is near the wreck of the Titanic. If that were the case, then the Victor, the remotely operated vehicle, could be able to dive just on top of the Titanic, find the Titan nearby to help her, thanks to the robotic arm. In the event where the Titan has drifted away from the Titanic, it's going to be a completely different story. And that would require a lot of luck to find her within the time for the passenger to be rescued. Otherwise, it would be a sad story, and it will take much more time to find her.
Even if they are located near the Titanic wreck, how do they actually get them back to the surface?
So the scenario would be that the Titan is entangled near the Titanic. In that case, the Victor remotely operated vehicle on the ship would be able to use the robotic arm to entangle the Titan. And then the assumption would be that the Titan still have enough energy stored in the batteries to operate her own systems and to go back up to the surface and then be recovered by the mothership. So that's the optimistic scenario.
The search area could be huge. Well, it is huge, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, we are talking about an area which is nearly 1,000 nautical miles away from Boston. The Titanic lies at 4,000 meters deep, and with the undersea currents, if something has gone wrong, the Titan could have drifted far away from the wreck. And as you have mentioned, there is no light, there is very little means of detection apart from acoustic detection. We are undersea, so we don't have any GPS, we don't have any radar, so we only rely on acoustic sensors, sonars, to find the Titan. So our best hope is that the Titan has got an acoustic pinger that could help the rescue party to home towards her. But if they cannot operate such a system, or if they do not have such a system, the research party will have to go for a more systematic sweep with external means that we don't have on site at the moment.
Eric Fuzul from the University of Adelaide, I appreciate you spending time with us this morning. It is incredibly complex what the rescuers are facing at the moment.
Let's keep our fingers crossed. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.